It's time for Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. It's Grand Bahama's best talk show, highlighting all of the positive things happening in Freeport.
Look forward to our special guests each week that will tell you about events, activities, and initiatives that are making a remarkable impact on our community.
You'll also hear from local business owners and get a heads up on deals and special promotions. It's time to Focus Forward. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us on Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward. We are live today, and it's so great to be back with you. My name is Glendia Sweeting, the Business Development Officer at the Grand Bahama Port Authority, and I am joined by my co-host, Alex Thompson, Executive Director of the Downtown Freeport Business Association. Alex, good morning.
Good morning. We're more than just live. We're lit today.
We're lit.
Yes.
It's a chilly Thursday. It's a chilly Thursday.
Yeah, but there's so much excitement going on the set today that I'm warm. I'm warm.
That's great. That's great. Today's show is going to put a spotlight on the Grand Bahama Children's Home. I'm looking forward to the discussion. You know, really want to talk to these wonderful ladies about what's been happening down there. You only hear about the Children's Home at certain points. And so today, we want to drop that spotlight and say, listen, you need to know exactly what's going on at this home and how you can support these folks. So we're going to have that wonderful discussion today. And of course, the only place to be on the pulse when you talk about finding out all of the positive things that's happening in Freeport is right here on Focus Forward.
That's it. You know, what we want people to understand is the Children's Home should be an ongoing conversation.
Yes.
Because as Ms. Johnson always says, this is our children.
Absolutely.
Every day we want to be talking about it, and that's what we're going to focus on, Focus Forward today.
Absolutely. So if you're watching with us right now, make sure that you go click that share button. Let everybody know exactly that Focus Forward is happening right now. If you're at work, don't let your boss see you. You know you want to watch this, but you could look on your phone, look on your tablets, or do a double screen on your computer, and maybe you wouldn't get into too much trouble. And of course, if you're listening to KISS 96, send someone a text message, let them know that Focus Forward is on right now so that they can be a part of all of this. And we have some great stuff happening in giveaways today too.
We got giveaways. You know, I'm a little partial to one of the giveaways that we're giving away today from one of our featured guests today. You know, but yes, you know, Focus Forward is all about giving away some free stuff here in Freeport.
All the time.
That's it. That's
the only things that you could get for free, right?
On Focus Forward.
Focus Forward.
That's it. That's
absolutely,
it. But we also want to take this time to remind all of our licensees of the GBPA, you want to be on the show. You want to be our featured business. You want us to talk about you. We want to big you up. We want the community to know what you have to offer. All you have to do is drop your business card into the Focus Forward portal down at the licensing department. Drop it in there, and you'll have an opportunity to be on this show to talk about your business. And like I always say, it's free advertising and free promotion for you.
Speaking of free, Alex, so last week we had France Tours on the show.
Yes.
And they talked about their big 6 months rent fee giveaway.
Up to 1,000 square feet. For those of you who know my stores, that's bigger than my stores.
Wow.
Yes. 1,000 square feet.
Wow. So what you want to do is, if you are interested, if you're thinking about having a business, thinking about getting started, you have an existing business, you're looking at moving, expanding, anything of that nature, if you feel that this free 6 months free can help you out, then what you need to do is go to our inbox, message us, send us a message, give us your name, give us your number. We're going to enter you into a drawing that we're going to be picking for our Easter special show. So you've got 2 weeks. But if you're watching right now, go ahead, make sure that you send us that message so that your name and your number can be put into that jar. And hey, it just may be you that could win.
That's it. That's on Facebook at Invest Grand Bahama
Small Business Bureau,
or at Empowering Licensees on Facebook. Message us your name, your number. We want you to be in this drawing.
Absolutely.
6 months free.
Yes.
I can't
beat it. You can't beat it. Right.
That's great. For up to 1,000 square feet.
Last weekend, Alex, I understand that there was a big event that happened at the Rand Nature Center.
Yes.
The Pi Upsilon Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority, in conjunction with the Painting Bar and Bahamas National Trust, who we had on the show a few months ago, they would have all gotten together and they had a sip and paint. You know, you got to be classy with them. Sip and paint. Yes. So they had that particular event, and all of the proceeds went towards childhood hunger, and the Grand Bahama Children's Home was the recipient of those funds. Isn't that wonderful?
That is wonderful. I think it's important to say it again. all of the proceeds.
Yes.
And that's important because a lot of events happen in some of the proceeds. But you know, I'm a little biased. I'm happy that all of the proceeds went, and I understand that it was a packed house.
Full room.
So hats off to everyone that participated.
Yes.
It shows that you not only want to enjoy the sip and paint by the Rand Nature Center, but you also wanted to help the Children's Home, and we are so happy for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. So congratulations to those organizations. It's great that you guys are doing some wonderful things in the community. And, you know, thanks to everyone that would have supported.
Listen, and just before we get on to the show, I have to remind all of our listeners and our viewers, Girls Night Out, tomorrow night. One night away. We had Krishna Bow and Leonora Dames on last week, and they talked about it. It's a great event. In the words of Krishna Bow, it is going to be epic. What they're talking about is
we're going to get you some singing lessons.
Get me some singing lessons. Mental health and awareness. So women, you want to come out, you want to take part. It's at Grand Locayan. It's tomorrow night. It's at 7 o'clock. You want to make the investment. It's only $25, and you can find your tickets at Stepping Out, Simply the Best, or Signature Choices. We want to support this event that's happening locally. That's happening for our women. And guess what she said? The dress code is slippers, flip-flops, and leggings.
What?
No dressing up.
You can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
Just
That's
come comfortable.
Comfortable.
Show up.
And just show up.
It's all about women empowerment.
And guess what? She's giving away free things too.
What?
You know, it had to come from Focus Forward. Free things at this event. You want to be a part of it.
That's wonderful. So let's move on with the discussion. The Grand Bahama Children's Home, we have the board members in our studios today. And of course, we want to welcome first the executive director, Mrs. Sheila Johnson-Smith. Welcome.
Nadia.
Thanks for coming and being with us.
All right. And then joining Mrs. Johnson-Smith is Mrs. Leslie Baptista.
That's right.
That's it. I've got it right.
We got
also
it right.
a board member of the Grand Bahama Children's Home.
That's right.
Welcome. Good morning. Let's get talking. Let's get talking.
Great, yes. So, Mrs. Johnson-Smith, we want to start with you. So, of course, we know that the Grand Bahama Children's Home has been around for a while, but we want you to give us a little bit of history, bring us up to speed, and let us know what's happening right now.
Absolutely. The Grand Bahama Children's Home began actually in 1977. It was started by a group of concerned citizens headed by Terrence Roberts, his wife Lavender, and a rep from the Department of Social Services. The home was actually called the Grand Bahama Child Care Committee. In 1981-82, when Lady Henrietta came on board, St. George, the name was changed to the Grand Bahama Children's Home. And so we have to always remember the ones who came before, the committee that came before. We sometimes tend to forget, but this home has a great history. In the past 40 years, we are celebrating over 40 years in existence. Being here for the residents, for children who have been neglected, abused, and abandoned from the Northern Bahamas, Bimini, Abaco, Eleuthera sometimes, even Nassau. The children come to the Grand Bahama Children's Home because we represent a place of safety. You know, we have our children who are abandoned, who've been battered, who've been abused sexually and physically. And if we don't care for our children, these are our children, what will happen? And so the Grand Bahama Children's Home has always been there. We've had over 4,000 children pass through our doors. And you know, people keep saying, you know, these children are this, these children are that, but that's not true. All is not lost. We have children who are in government, who are educators, who are in the police, immigration, who are in business, who are doing extremely well because of persons who want to help them, who want to see them flourish. These are our children who will be the future of the Bahamas.
Absolutely.
The future of the
They
Bahamas.
are the future.
They are. We're focusing on them. You're the executive director. You are involved with the day-to-day operations. Tell us what are the challenges that the Children's Home face, because we want to make sure that we help the Children's Home today.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
know.
On a day-to-day basis. As you know, I'm a former social worker.
Yes.
So I've been with the home from 1978. A long time. A very, very long time. Yeah, and I was, you know, I only started when I was 11. But the home on a daily basis is a challenge. When you are dealing with children, sometime 25 to 35 children. You know, it's always fluid at the home. They come, they go, they come, they go. And then, of course, we have children who've been there for years. it is a challenge to deal with each child individually. And it's a challenge. I tell people all the time, if you're feeding your child 4 times a day, so are we.
That is true.
So are we. You know, people say, oh, the children home don't. Oh, that is such a misconception. We need every day, just like you need in your home every day for your children. We need the same thing for our children. All the needs, and multiplied by 100, almost. Wow. You know, because it is a lot of children.
How many children are in the home right now?
At present, we have 22 or 3, I think it is. But we just went down to that because we are at 28.
Wow.
And so when the children, I tell people all the time, 2 leave and 6 come. Wow. Because, you know, it is what it is. It's the reality of the home.
The average is about 28.
Yeah, average. Yeah, absolutely, Leslie. It's about 28.
Interesting what she says. It's the same things we need in our home. Think about how many times your son comes home with something from school that he needs, or
absolutely.
the shoes has popped, or they've lost their jacket. These are all the things that you have to provide multiplied by 28.
Exactly.
And what was amazing is just before the holidays, we had 10 children under the age of 5. So imagine the dynamics of that, just in terms of caring for them, being hands-on with them, just in terms of the amount of diapers that are needed.
Wow.
So when we talk about, you know, I have 2, and I won't lie, sometimes wondering what I'm doing with the 2 and how to provide for them the way, and just as you say, multiply that by the amount of children. It averages at about 28, and it's an extraordinary responsibility, but one that is so important to ensure that we continue to provide a safe haven.
I keep telling people, with the amount of children that we have, I say, it's a classroom.
Which is true.
It's a classroom.
It is a classroom.
Because so if
A
you
multi-age classroom.
A multi-age classroom.
From 0 to 12.
Exactly. And we take them from 0 to 12.
Wow.
You know, the stories that we have coming out of the home, just for the children, about the children, is so heartbreaking. It's unbelievable.
So for persons that want to help, persons that want to support, they want to give, how can they go about, Ms. Baptista, being able to do that?
I think it's important first to talk about the numbers, about what it actually entails, because I think that there is a pretty broad misperception out there in terms of what is needed. So on average, or approximately, it takes a little less than approximately $500,000 a year to run the home.
Wow, okay.
That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, care for, on average, 30 children. All the meals, everything that has to be provided for those children is included in that. And we get a government grant of $190,000 a year.
Wow.
It comes in 2 installments, in January and June, $95,000 each. So we're left with $200,000 plus, that we, 250 actually, sorry. 250 to 300,000 that we have to raise through corporate donations. And every now and then I'll get somebody saying to me, well, the children's home, somebody just writes a check. And I wish that were the case, but it simply isn't. We're extraordinarily blessed with the support of people, individuals, businesses that donate year in and year out, visitors that come to our shores, they look us up online and they say, what can we bring? Because it's an enormous responsibility. So great that even in January, as recently as January, we literally had to borrow funds to keep the home going. And as we've talked about, that we right, and so I think if there's one thing that we could get out is the fact that to sort of dispel this misperception that there is a benefactor that writes a large check that we.
It doesn't happen.
And I wish that were the case, because we struggle every single month, and we run it. Sheila and the crew at the home with Enzi and all of the folks that work there, they operated at such a bare bones and making it go. But if it weren't for the support of the public, we certainly could not stay operational.
If the public wants to get involved, to be able to support, they can just simply come down to the home, ask for Ms. Sheila Johnson-Smith, and to be able to support in that way.
Absolutely.
That's
right. Which street are you guys located on? How can we find you?
We're on Tripp Lane. It's commonly called the back of town, and it's a village, because you know we have other social entities there as well. And so you can come back there, you can drop off. We have people come and say, I don't want to be recognized. I don't want a letter. I don't want to thank you. I'm just doing it. Come.
So they can just stop by and they can go ahead, folks.
Exactly.
Stop by, make your donations, be very supportive of the Grand Bahama Children's Home. You guys have an event that's coming up?
We do.
Yes.
Yeah,
Tell us very
excited.
briefly because
Go
we're
ahead,
getting ready
Nancy.
to go into a break.
All right, well, we have a flea market. It's our second annual
Spring Bazaar.
which is just going to be a great family fun-filled day.
Where will it be?
At the Children's Home, which is wonderful. People can actually see our location and have a good time. We'll have stalls and booths where people are selling used and new items.
When will it be?
This
What day?
Saturday. This Saturday from 8:30 to 3 p.m.
8:30 to 3 p.m. at the Children's
At the Children's
Home.
Home, on the
Okay.
grounds. There'll be bouncy castle, food and drinks for purchase, wonderful wares that go from housewares to crafts. A wonderful event that, thanks to some very kind folks, are putting together for us. So we ask that everybody
great.
comes out and support
Sounds
it.
fantastic. Sounds like a lot of fun. So definitely you want to check out the Grand Bahama Children's Home this Saturday from 8
To 3.
30
to 3.
8:30 until 3 o'clock. Make sure you just catch
you
all of
wanna
the
come out
fun,
and you wanna
have an
support.
opportunity to be able to
I mean,
support.
the reality
Mix
is
and mingle.
They need the money.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And then people doesn't like to say the hard thing. They need the money.
Yes.
They need your money.
Right, right. We know that she would say it.
I'd say it. I mean,
Yes.
the bottom line is
and
that
it's all going to go
they're
to a
being-
good place.
It's all going to
It's all
you
going
hear
to
what
go to
they're
a good
saying.
place.
And you,
Yes.
hit, the nail on the head. These are our children.
These are our children.
Where
Yes.
else do they have to go?
Nowhere else.
Nowhere.
We have to take care of them.
So, Grand Bahama, listen up, everyone that's watching. Of course, the Grand Bahama Children's Home is here. They are here to help the children. Of course, they talked about having an average number of about 28 kids. So, definitely you want to be able to help and support them on a regular, systematic basis as much as you can, and I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Join them on Saturday for the event at 8:30 at Trip Lane. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Thank you, ladies, for being with us.
for
And
the
we'll be
opportunity.
right back right after this.
If you could live one day over and over again, would it be that time you swam with the dolphins? Would it be that moment you hit a hole in one? Or would it be a moment that you haven't lived yet? Experience the magic and splendor of Grand Bahama Island. The beauty of the Bahamas with a quiet sophistication unmatched in the Caribbean. Experience life. The grand life. Grand Bahama Island. Imagine the possibility.
I have to give you an extra props to the DFBA because what did they want to know? What is going on downtown in Freeport?
Thanks to the hospital agreement, we have been able to bring in a larger volume of auto parts, less the overhead cost of duty and tax. So we are able to supply almost every part that everyone needs.
Girls' night out. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be epic, and it's all about keeping it real.
You're thinking about starting a business or looking to expand and grow an existing business, the Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau can help. We are your complete business resource center, offering a one-stop shop service to aspiring entrepreneurs and existing business owners. Did you know that most startup businesses fail within the first 3 to 5 years as a result of poor planning, insufficient funding, and lack of basic business management skills and training? The Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau offers a wealth of resources, information, and support to help entrepreneurs avoid costly mistakes, make wise choices, and plan effectively for a successful business venture. Why risk becoming a statistic? Helping entrepreneurs realize their goals of successful business ownership while working with existing businesses to remain competitive and profitable is what we do. Visit or call us today for more information on how the Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau can help you. Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau, empowering licensees.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us on Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward. We had a great first segment.
We did. It
The
went by too
Grand
quick.
Bahama Children's Home was here with us. Yes, and I'm sure they had so much more to share. So we definitely have to have another show where we welcome them back.
Yes.
And, you know, we have that discussion.
So on behalf of the Grand Bahama Children's Home, let me let you know they need your money. Don't forget, you want to support the event on Saturday, and anytime, put it in your monthly budget.
Yeah.
I want to put 10% of my salary aside for the Children's Home to take care of our children.
Could you imagine if 5%
5%.
of the persons that work in the Grand Bahama Labor Force would have put aside $5 each month, what difference that would make at the end of the year?
We need to work on that challenge.
about
We're
it.
going to work on that. We're going to come back to you with that.
Think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
That would be great. So we have some giveaways today.
I saw the bag. I'm excited.
You know, you just get so excited with this Pandora
I do get
stuff.
so excited. Listen.
I do too. I was just
Listen.
asking when the ladies came in, why do you have one bag?
One bag.
You should have two.
Hold on. Three.
Three,
We have a giveaway.
sorry. I
and we
always
have the
forget
host
you,
and the
don't
co-host. I don't know. So listen, if you want an opportunity to win the great gift inside this Pandora bag that I can't win, you want to call KISS 96.1 FM 352-7440. Wait, are we taking our first or third caller today?
We could take third.
We're going to take our third caller today. Third caller. 352-7440. You want to call KISS 96.1 FM. And listen, if you've won a prize already for the month, give someone an opportunity, like my husband to call, to win this surprise gift. Again, that's KISS 96.1 FM 352-7440. We're taking our third caller, and you win the great prize inside this bag.
Yes, you so excited.
I
like,
love Pandora.
hopefully next time they bring you something in a Pandora bag. You know,
I'm
just
waiting
saying.
patiently.
So yes, joining us today is Pandora, the beautiful ladies from Pandora. They're wearing pink.
They're wearing
Pandora, you know, yeah.
They got it
It's
on.
awesome. We want to welcome Miss Randy Winder and Miss Monique Ewing. Thanks for being back here with us.
Thank you for having
Good morning, good morning. And guess what? Today, our featured business of the day, because you know we're all about featuring small businesses here on Grand Bahama, is Dr. Renee Lockhart from the Seahorse Family Health Center. Welcome to Focus Forward, Dr. Renee.
Thanks for inviting me.
Awesome.
Great. Thank you so much for being here. So we're going to talk with Pandora first, not because they're giving away a gift, but because we want to know just a couple of things about what's been going on. And I believe something special is happening at Pandora right now. What's that all about?
Tell us.
Well, we're also very excited because we have our Do Happy Hour going on. And Do is all about exploring women and do the things that you do and do it well. So we want to have our happy hour to show our new product launch that's happening today, which is our Pandora Shine.
Your Pandora Shine.
That's right.
Okay. Now tell us a little bit more about this Shine reveal that's happening. It's tonight, right?
Yes,
It's tonight.
It is tonight, and it's at 6 p.m. sharp in Pandora's store at Port Lucaya Marketplace, and it's going to be dynamic. Everybody is invited to come out and support the new line of 18-karat gold-plated Pandora jewelry, which is called the Shine Collection. And it's going to be bling, bling, bling.
Oh, Lord.
Bling, bling.
Bling, bling, bling.
Listen.
Now, tell me something. I always get the idea that Pandora kind of helps you to tell a story. You know, you see people with all of these little jewels and these little, you know, tell us a little bit about that.
Well, what it is our charms are called moments. So basically what it is picking out different moments in your life. So that's going to tell the whole story on your bracelet, whether it's your birthday, whether you're just celebrating an event that just happened, whether you just had a baby. Everything is going to be told on your bracelet, every different moment in your life.
And what is it that you have on your bracelet here? Just give us like two of them.
Girl,
What you got
I
over
know
there?
one.
We can be nosy. We can be nosy.
Well, I went to school in Canada, so I have the maple leaf here for Canada. I also have a little baby girl, and this was the baby carriage for her, and I also have her initials on there.
I think it's interesting that you've done an entirely silver line.
Yes.
On your bracelet
Yes.
is what you've done.
Yes.
All right. Now, just before we move on, listen. You have to tell us some other things that's going on tonight, because you know I stress
Do
these.
happy hour.
I stress
Yes.
these ladies
Do
out
happy hour.
with Pandora with my kids. I think they know my kids better than me,
Yes.
because I'm always sending my kids down for what I want for Pandora. But there's some other things going on. There's some free stuff. There's some yummy stuff. There's some drinking stuff. And there's some sales stuff.
Oh, yes.
Tell us real quick.
Most definitely.
My kids are listening.
Oh, yeah.
So is my husband.
Well, for everybody that's listening, you don't want to miss it. We have giveaways.
Free.
So, when you come to Pandora this evening to help us celebrate Do Shine. We're going to be popping bottles of champagne.
That's right.
Yes.
Champagne.
We're going to be giving away chocolates.
Chocolate.
Yes.
Chocolate.
Gold colored.
Gold colored.
Gold colored.
Lots of photo opportunities.
Okay.
So
Sounds like I'm going to celebrate my birthday all over again. So I'm going to come to Pandora,
There's
get those free
great
gifts, pop
promotion they
some
have going
champagne.
on.
That's
Tell them. Tell us this great promotion going
the
on.
gift sets.
Gift sets.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
And we have marked them down today just for our Do event. Yes. It doesn't happen often.
No.
There's never
you would know.
there's never a discount at Pandora, but today, yeah.
Okay, so Pandora tonight, Port Lacaya Marketplace at 6 o'clock p.m. is for Do Shine and Do Happy Hour.
Yes, ma'am.
Fantastic. And of course, I'm hoping that we have a message coming in shortly to tell us who is going to be the wonderful winner of this gift. So we're going to be waiting on that. But while we're waiting, we have Dr. Renee Lockhart here.
Our featured business.
Yes.
That's it.
So what's happening over at Seahorse Family Health? What do you guys got going on?
Well, for the most part, it is this part of the year when we try to do as many things as we can to get out. And so get out of the office. This week, I spoke at the Cancer Society, and that was a really good visit there. And what we did was discuss some of the office services, and also we did a talk on preventative care and just giving people statistics of the increasing numbers of varying types of cancer within Grand Bahama and the Bahamas in general. And one of the things that we also wish to discuss at this time is we're now starting a Walk to Wellness campaign. It will commence in April because now you have a little bit more evening, et cetera, and so forth. So the intent is that the office hours will change. We have a pediatrician who comes in on a Tuesday. So the family practice physician, who is myself, I will come in at 3 and then stay in the clinic until 8 o'clock. And the intent is, at that time, what we will do is have a small segment from 6:30 to 8 for people that wish to walk. We talk about different things. We had the good fortune before of having a dietitian, Mrs. Olderman, who's now in the U.S., but we're hoping to have her connect. We will develop a WhatsApp group with those people that are involved. Because of the size of the office and because we wish this time to start smaller, the group will be a selective number based on your BMI and basically your body index, body mass index. And so we're going to do that, and at the end we'll do a potluck at the end of the 6-week period. Those are some of the things that we do about this time of the year to get people out.
Can you give us a quick rundown listing of some of the services that you provide at the clinic?
All right. As a family practice, basically we do health certificates, all of that. We would do your well visits, your sick visits, and what we used to do, but not so much now, was what we call point of care service, which means you would come in and have a quick test.
Okay.
You would have a quick test for HIV, for cholesterol, et cetera, and so forth. We took that out because for a long period we were within another medical facility, and it had a lab. And so we are now with the pediatrician discussing the possibility of starting it up again, so that you walk in and you would have a lab-approved testing. So those are some of the things that we hope to do.
That's great.
There's something other things. Now, I understand that you're one of the few doctors that still do house calls, house visits. Do you still do it?
Yes, and have for, I don't know, in 2000 we started primarily with our Lucaya, and then we went to Club Fortuna, and right now our greatest market happens to be Coral Beach Island Seas. And we do go to homes. I mean, it was one of the things that we did. We also had assisted with many of the cancer patients, and so that was some of the things we did at that time.
Okay, so what if someone wanted to, speak with you in terms of having a house call? What number would they have to call, and where can they find you?
All right, the office number is 373-9174.
Okay.
However, we do have a WhatsApp contact, and that's 443-8004. And it helps sometimes to send a little message to us. Like, for example, even with the patients that are within the practice, we have people that will send a message. Like, for example, I had someone yesterday say, should I take this? How should I change my medicine? And so all day we are interacting.
They can put it in the WhatsApp, they can call.
So that's the numbers, and tell us right quick where you're located.
And we're located on Coral Road in the Betar, and everybody knows that it's Evergreen, but it is Betar, a new management executive building.
So that's the building right next to Municipal.
Right next to Municipal. Right. Wonderful. Well, we want to thank all of our guests for being with us today. Thank you, Dr. Renee Lockhart. Thank you, the ladies from Pandora. And of course, we want to have you guys go out to support the Grand Bahama Children's Home on a Saturday at their event, 8:30 p.m. on Trip Lane, and also Pandora this evening at 6 o'clock p.m. for Do Shine.
Do happy hour.
Do happy hour.
Do happy hour.
All right, great. Alex, great show today.
It was a good show. I'm excited. We got a lot of events going on. We got an event tonight at Pandora. We got Girls Night Out tomorrow night. We've got the Children's Home on Saturday. We've got a lot of talk about.
We have a lot going on. We have too much
Thursday.
going on. Next week, Thursday, we'll have all sorts of updates for you. So thank you for being with us here on Grand Bahama's Best Talk Show, Focus Forward, sponsored by the Invest Grand Bahama unit of the Grand Bahama Port Authority. And until next time, I'm Glendia Sweeting.
And I'm Alex Thompson.
Informing you on the positive things that happen when you focus forward.
You've been listening to Focus Forward, sponsored by Invest Grand Bahama. Like us on Facebook at Invest Grand Bahama Small Business Bureau to stay updated. And drop a business card at the Grand Bahama Port Authority receptionist desk to have your business featured on our show. Tune in next Thursday, same time, same place, for Focus Forward.